Hi guys and girls, this is Vital Buzz and welcome back to part 3 of my Minecraft adventure. Yes, the storage unit is finished, it is complete, and we'll take a little sneaky peek inside before I talk to you guys about what is going to be happening in today's video. So yes, we have some doors fitted, the roof is on, we've replaced the dirt with these oak log pieces, so now we can get up and down from the loft storage area. So we're going to be filling all this with chests and barrels, so everything's all going to be neat and tidy. So that's a massive big tick off our checklist. And as you can see, yeah, I've started placing some items into the barrels and chests, trying to free up space and organise everything. So I'll be adding more into this storage unit as we go along. Anyway, what I'd like to say first before I explain what we're going to be doing, if you're new to this series and you want to follow my progress through this adventure, you can subscribe to VitalBuzzSolution. Please feel free to do so. If not, does not matter. It's not the end of the world. Or if you just want to hit a massive like, you can also press the like button, and you can even share the video as well, so we can spread the love. And that would touch my heart very, very deeply. So with that part out of the way with, now let's get into detail about what we are going to be doing today. I have thought, now that the storage building is complete, we don't really want to be sleeping in a mud shack, do we? It's not very pretty, is it? So until we get this castle or fort built up on top of that big mountain that you've probably seen in the video, it's probably a good idea that we actually start thinking about building a temporary home somewhere where we can sleep comfortably and, you know, just have a little bit more freedom and space, and something that's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, because that isn't what you call an attractive looking building. To be fair, that's probably something that I'd build on my first attempt at Minecraft, although I don't think it'd be quite as neat as that. It'll probably have patches of cobblestone and goodness gracious me, what else? So typical. It's just getting dark, so we'll wait for daylight, and then we'll go and chop some of these trees down that I've planted outside in a row, because it's kind of like a tree farm that I've set up, because in the previous video, as I explained, I wanted to keep the forest area surrounding our medieval village. Well, I suppose it's going to be a town really, isn't it? So it gives us a little bit of protection. Well, not really. It just looks good. I'm not going to lie to you. It just looks good. So anyway, these are the trees that I've planted. So these are what I'm going to be cutting down. And to be fair, the game generation has been quite generous, because we've got plenty of wood here to be hacking away at. So let's go and pick a tree, chop it down, and then we'll find an area that we can build our home and move into slightly more comfortable accommodation. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, I certainly think so as well. Haven't really got much in terms of decoration. Can't really make any carpets just yet because I haven't got the materials. Although saying that though, I suppose I can make a few colours, because I did dig up a few flowers which I believe you can get the dyes from. We're probably going to need to scale this tree, aren't we? That's fine, we'll just nerd pole up using these dirt blocks so that we can claim these difficult logs that are impossible to reach from the ground without aid or assistance. So yeah, we'll have to have a look to see what colour flowers we've got that we can use, because we might be able to make some carpets, although it does again require sheep. So that is another factor that we have to take into account. And what wool I do have, very little of it actually, I want to be saving for this house that we're building. But I did notice there was a sheep lurking around in the distance somewhere, so maybe we can harvest, we'll call it, shave some more wool and see where we get from there. So I'm not going to spend too long in this tree because, to be fair, these trees have sort of blended into each other. So we'll just, how much wood is that? 45 pieces. I think that's more than enough to get us started with. So we'll just climb down, and not forgetting also we've got some pieces that have fallen to the floor as well. Wonderful start. Ooh, there's a sheep over there actually. Before I forget, where are the shears? Because we're going to need them. And we're going to shear this sheep. So yeah, the key really to building a medieval building, house, or anything that's sort of a medieval construction, you're going to need wool, which is what we've got there, that white piece there. I suppose you could use anything, white powdered concrete, anything white really would go, but I like to use wool. That's my preferred choice. It was the original choice before the game had more updates and more items that you could use. Wool was the way to go, so I've stuck with wool. Cobblestone is another good point as well as wood for the roof, and actual tree log pieces that you can use as timber as supports for the side of the building, because they're the main key ingredients into building anything of a medieval construction. But there are plenty of videos and tutorials on YouTube for you guys to learn how to build medieval structures. I suppose there's an infinite amount of videos and tutorials that you can follow. I can't really say that I've done any really, but you can follow some other guys and see what they've done. Some are actually really good, a lot better than what I've built here, because they really do go into detail. And if that is your kind of cup of tea, and that is a structure that you would like to learn to copy and build, then I suggest and highly recommend that you watch some of those videos. So anyway, getting back onto topic now, we need to find a spot where we can actually build our house. It's not going to be a very big building. It just needs to be somewhere comfortable. Just need to pick a right spot for it actually. So where would be a good place to build? I reckon here. Somewhere here would be just fine. We don't need to go over the top. It's perfectly fine. So I don't know really if we can kind of call this a tutorial as such, watching me build something whilst on a Minecraft adventure. I don't know. Could possibly be. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, what I tend to do, well, we'll go with kind of like a tutorial. Well, with the time that we've got, I'm not going to be able to complete it all in this video, so I'll just show you some of the basics, or at least the beginnings of building something. So what I tend to do, I tend to go place a log in the ground, and that is what I call my foundation. And my buildings are generally built on an odd number. So for example, I've got one block here, which is block number 1. I'll go across 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go for 7. So you see there, I've stopped at an odd number, so the odd number being number 7. Because if you build something on an even number, say for example I placed a log block here and that's block number 8, you're not going to get a peak on your roof, so to speak. It'll kind of be like a double-sided peak, so it'll, instead of, I don't know, the point of the roof being that, for example, your peak will end up looking like that, which I suppose some people like building roofs like that. I'm not saying that is an incorrect method of doing or building something, because there is no wrong way, but my preference being is I like to build in odd numbers so that I have a peak on my roof, or roofs which look like that. So we'll continue along with this odd number. I think we'll build a house 7 by 7, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, because it's not going to be anything spectacular. It's just going to be big enough, just somewhere to sleep, somewhere to store our personal items, and anything else that we may need. I'm not sure about enchantment tables or potions and things, because I'm not sure if we're going to get that far just yet. But for the beginning, we've got somewhere that we can call home. Which isn't that horrible, disgusting thing over there. I'll try to find a word there that would adequately describe the state of that building. Anyway, I'm moving off topic again. So, for the side of the building here, going the log supports, I think we'll go up. Let's see how high 3 is. 3 is the magic number, I think. Yeah, we'll go for 3. We're not going to build anything too high, too tall. So these are your side pieces. So you should end up with something that looks like that. Okay. And it's up to you here. You can either build the diagonal parts of the roof using these log pieces just in 2 directions. So you'd have it here and here, and then this piece and this piece can just be flat like this. That's the raised part. This is just a flat part along here. But because this is a it's kind of like a symmetrical square, we could actually go up on all 4 sides, which I think is the way that I'm going to go. So we'll get our dirt. We can nerd pole up. Place an oak log and go up diagonally until we get to the middle. And typically it's getting dark again. I'm sure the daytime's shorter than night, because it didn't seem 2 seconds ago since we were rushing off to go to bed. You know what? Is it? No, to be fair, we'll just leave the bed where it is. I was thinking about moving the bed and placing it in our house that we're building. Oh, come on. Just gotta wait. We'll eat an apple. Get some nutrients and vitamins, even though it's oranges that have vitamins, natural vitamins anyway. I think it's dark enough for us to go to sleep. So, nighty nights, and see you guys in the morning. Right, good morning all. Let's continue with this, we'll call it a Minecraft adventure build tutorial. How about that for thinking on your feet? That's something that I'm not particularly good at, thinking on my feet. I'm not a prolific talker really either. I just seem to blab my way through life. when I do talk anyway. But I think I'm doing okay here. We'll go with that. So, this is your peak. Okay, that's one side. So we'll dig this dirt. Get rid of these pieces here, 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 and here. One side of your frame should look like that. And what it does, it sort of gives you more height and space inside the house. Especially if you're thinking about, I don't know, for example, you're wanting loft space or a second level without actually building a two-tier building, which can be quite time consuming. This is one way you could get around it, I suppose. But I don't know if I've actually built the supports tall enough to actually build. No, because ideally these want to be about 5 or 4 high, so then it enables you to build a kind of like an upper level. But this is only going to be on a single tier, which is okay. You know, we don't need it to be anything extravagant. It just needs to be functional and to do its job while we're busy work on the castle and getting that habitable, we'll call it. So I'm going to go around these other two sides of this frame, and then we'll have a look at what we need to do next, because I think I might actually need to go and dig up some cobblestone, but I'll show you that when we get to that stage, what I mean and why we need this cobblestone. For the time being, we'll just continue building this frame. But when we actually start on the roof piece, you can have an interesting shape to the overall structure, especially with the method and technique that I'll be using in constructing this roof. You'll love it, or at least I hope you will love it. It's really utilising the blocks at your disposal and making something that you're going to truly appreciate. Yeah, I think that's the correct way of explaining myself. Just this last side, we're nearly done, I promise. There we go. Just get rid of these dirt pieces because we're not going to need them. And there we have it. So that's your frame. Okay. So that at least gives you an idea of what you're going to be living in. One thing you could do as well, and I think I'm going to do this for this building, is you could link up all the pieces like so. So you could place another one there until they meet in the middle. And then what you could do, what's the best way? We'll probably wait until we get to the roof for that. Because we could actually make a flat roof out of that, or should we actually, is that the peak? Yeah, no, that's fine. I was actually thinking there, have I messed it up? But looking from the outside, no, I haven't. It's going to work okay. So yeah, that's your frame. We've linked everything up so it looks like it's joined together, with the exception of this middle piece here, which I'll show you a little bit later on. The next part you're probably going to need to think about, or what I'm going to be thinking about now anyway, is the base. In the real world, if you're going to be building something like this, you're going to want solid foundations. And what I mean by that is, so for argument's sake, you don't have to do this, but I kind of like adding a touch of realism to the game. you could fill the ground with cobblestone and then go up one to create a cobblestone wall. That creates a solid base. And then what you can do is build upon that base. Whether you use more wool, or if you want to use a bit of wood, then use the wool. There's certainly no wrong answer for that. You know, it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. Let's have a look. I'm not going to waste too much time mining some of this cobblestone. So I want to get back to the house. There we go. It's a shame, really. I can't stream any videos yet. It would be nice if I could, but at the moment, with the facilities that I have, it's not possible for me to do any live streams, because I'll be able to do these long videos for people to sort of come and go as they please. But at some point in the future, I definitely would like to consider doing a couple of live streams, so you can follow more of my progress through this series. So we'll dig this up, create a trench, place. Oh, my block placing is terrible. There we go. And we might as well dig this one out as well. And I suppose what we could do as well, we could make a path. There we go. And that can join up. Something like that. Because we are probably going to need to make some paths that lead off in different directions if we are seriously thinking about building a town. Because we are going to need streets and dirt paths. I'm going to probably mix it up, so there's going to be some cobble for the main parts and then little dirt paths that lead into quieter areas. So let's check the time and see how we're getting on. Because it's surprising how quickly time goes when you're trying to do a video, and for me personally it doesn't really feel like I've done much, but probably to you guys I've probably done quite a bit, but I just don't feel as if I've really done a great deal in this video. It just looks like I've just built a shell and it's taken me 20 minutes to do it. You know, I kind of want to be speeding along with things, getting things done as quickly as possible. But that's me learning how to do my videos properly, how to put my content out properly for you guys to watch. So I suppose it's still very much a learning process for me, and something that I can definitely work on. So I think what we'll do, we'll pinch this wool off the sheep. There we go. I just want to quickly get this frame done. And also, it gets dark ever so quickly. Right. So that is the base, your foundations, and the solid base, the ground level in which you've built your structure. What you're going to want to be doing next is, for example, what you could do for the door, place a oak log there, place a door there. You can use any door, doesn't really matter what type of door it is. as long as it's one that's functional. Actually build the stone that high. You place a stair upside down, so this lip of the upside down stair links up with the door, so it creates a bit of shape to the entrance. I really need to get to sleep. Right. We'll go to sleep and then I'll show you the next part before we call it for this video. Right. So that's your frame around the door. Okay. Is it worth going all the way up? I don't know. We'll wait and see. So you've got some white wall here, and what you can do, you can just fill in the sides. How does that look? I suppose it's all right. Get rid of this stone and see what it looks like placing the wall down. Yeah, that's all right. That's fine. I suppose what you could do as well, if you so wish to, crafting tables in here, just remembered. It's got a fence piece. Can I actually make any slabs? Please tell me I can make some slabs. Yes, I can. To sort of help the wall and the stone blend in with each other so it just doesn't look like that. It looks a bit too sharp and harsh for my eyes, in my opinion, and it needs to be blended in a bit better. What you could do is build an arch like that. And what you could do, place 2 sticks there, maybe one there as well. Probably put another one down there to help out as well. Have we got any stairs left? Is that better? Because that just looks a bit blocky to me. It looks too blocky. And we haven't got any stairs left. Right. Last bit. And then we're going to really have to call it a video here, because I did say I want to make these videos 20 minutes if possible, and it seems to be rolling over quite a bit over, more than what I intended my videos to be. Well, that's okay, it just means you've got more content to watch per each episode. So yeah, that's what you end up with. Can I pick them up? Yeah, just pick them up. Right, can I build a fence? No. I'm missing one piece of wood. There we go. Just quickly finish this off. There we go. And there we have it. So that's completed. That is something that you could do if you so wished. If you want to neaten this up a bit more, you could. No, that's not going to work. Looks hideous. There. Then is there really any need for that to be there? Probably not. So you could actually swap the upside down stair block for a normal block like that, and you've created a little canopy. Something that shelters you from the rain when you get to your front door. I'm going to have to call it here because we're rolling on a little bit longer than what I wanted to. But I won't do any more to this building if you are wanting to sort of copy or follow me building this little house, especially the fact that we're going to be living in this building. So I won't do any more construction to it so that you can follow the progress of it. Even though it's only a tiny house, it shouldn't really take too long, especially if I crack on with it, so that you can follow the tutorial, I suppose. So if you ever want to create it yourself, you can do. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I hope to see you again in part 4 of my Minecraft adventure. Take care, guys, and keep buzzing.